We're gonna do a review of the Nomatic Collapsible 3-liter sling. I've reviewed literally hundreds of slings, so we're gonna honestly assess the pros and the cons. We're gonna pack it out, see what it can fit, and if it's not the sling for you, you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video where I'll make some alternative sling recommendations, these guys, so you just have a good idea of what some of the best options on the market are. Let's talk about the gist of the Nomatic Navigator Collapsible Sling 3-liter. Nomatic is a company who is really focused on business gear with tons of pockets until they started releasing some newer bags, and this collapsible sling, it's not really businessy. There's not a lot of pockets. It is, as the name suggests, collapsible in a very unique way. The sling has some compression on the sides, a front quick access pocket here, a main compartment with some decent access, and 2 power mesh pockets. But most notably, it's the fact that the sling can collapse into itself like a taco and be zipped up like so. But it is a bit of a process. It only comes in black. It's around 2 liters in size. When it is folded into itself, the dimensions are about 4 inches tall, 4.5 inches wide. And when it's in sling mode, you get a width of around 12 inches and a height of around 5 inches. This is the sling when it's empty, and this is the sling when it's fully packed out and worn on the Nomads Nation team. I'm 5'8", Margaret's 5'2". We're gonna pack it out throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits and what it doesn't fit. Nomatic products are backed by their lifetime warranty, and this sling runs around 35 to 50 USD, depending if there's a sale. And if at any point in this review, you're like, dude, I want that taco sling, and you're gonna make a purchase, we do recommend that you do so with the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. Now, this primary fabric is pretty weather resistant, but one thing to note about it is just how wrinkly it looks. And I think the overall aesthetic of this bag is gonna be its biggest con in general. It's not the sexiest bag I've ever seen. Far from it. No offense. You're beautiful on the inside. And the fabric obviously gets very wrinkled when it's collapsed into itself. It's kind of like sitting like this for a while. But on the flip side, I will say it is a very weather resistant fabric. The harness system uses a very nice nylon webbing, and it connects via this buckle right here, which I don't know who makes you. YKK buckles, good buckles. And then you got a couple of dangle stoppers on the nylon webbing, which helps keep the dangle in its place. Now, what's interesting about the compression straps on this sling is they don't really do a lot of compressing as much as they do tidying, right? I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. Now, let me show you in real time how you actually collapse the sling. You gotta go ahead and put all the excess fabric in here, fold the taco, real time. You know, it's not too tedious. It gets better with practice. And now the sling is in this package, in this form. Delicious hard shell taco, reminds me of my childhood. How functional this is up for debate. For me, I don't really see the difference in space between like this, because it's harder, right? So it's not gonna collapse, versus just using the sling like this and laying it flat. Maybe you're saving a little bit of space. What do you think though? Like, do you like this collapsible method? Would you actually do it? I'm too lazy. I'm just throwing this in my bag, no questions asked, but I'm curious, like, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But what's interesting too is when you're in sling mode, this shell, for when it's compressed into itself, now works as like a back panel, which I think is a little unnecessary as well, because a sling this size, you don't really require, I don't know, it depends what you're carrying in. If you got some bulky gear, right, and you're kind of feeling that hitting your body, then a back panel like this could be quite helpful, especially if you have like a mirrorless camera, tech gear. This padding will help protect your body. Now, front pocket, there's no additional organization, but the middle pocket, like I said, does have 2 pockets within, and we should pack it out so you can see what I'm talking about. Got a bunch of travel stuff. I'm gonna throw the AirPods in the front for quick access, as well as my Zyn tin. And then the main compartment, we could just barely fit a water bottle in here. This is a 24-ounce Columbia, but I'm gonna throw a travel adapter, sunglasses, passport-sized notebook, and a battery in the back sleeve, protein bar in the other back sleeve, the wires on top. Ultimately, the sling packs a punch. You can put a bunch of stuff in here for sure. And notice now the fully packed out dimensions, we're like 5 inches. But you know, it's a bit of a wrinkly mess. It's not the sexiest sling. And again, for the compression, what I was talking about, you can see it doesn't really compress the sling at all. You can see from this angle, when I tighten this, it really just kind of tidies up these 2 areas. Because right now I'm fully tightened and no compression is actually occurring here. One other note as well is the sling strap is not very long. So I'm a skinnier dude, I'm 5'8", and it's like, you know, I don't have a lot of slack to play with here. So if you have like a larger torso, you know, just something to keep in mind. Padding feels nice, it's a little strange, but like, I don't know, I don't notice it. And like I said, if I do have like bulkier things in there, harder items, this will help protect it against your torso. Pretty comfortable wear because of this fabric here, right? It moves with your body quite nicely, so you can kind of wear this thing like this, you can wear it on the side. Overall, I think it's actually quite comfortable. So here's how to decide if this is the sling for you. A, you gotta really love the whole clamshell closing taco system, right? That's gonna speak to some people. Doesn't speak to me, but if it's really important to you and you just like that tidiness, then it's a great reason to get this sling. So I'd say if that's not super important to you, some other compressible slings on the market might be a better fit. Ergo Sling 2, super compressible, better materials, nicer aesthetic. And same thing with the Matador Refraction packable sling, but this one does actually zip and fold into itself in a different way. It's not the hard shell kind of taco system that Nomatic is using. It's more of a traditional, just kind of zipper fold. These are considered two of the best compressible slings in the market. So if you're still not quite sold on the Nomatic, I definitely recommend checking out our reviews of these bags, which you can watch right here. If you got any questions about any bags, be sure to let me know in the comments below. My name's Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.